everyone, and welcome to Overcast. Thank you for joining for the 65th episode of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. I am Frostee, and this week joined by my good friend Sawfty, Sawfty76. How are you out there?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. It's
good.
Good to be together. We're this first big real show of the new year and everything, so
Yes,
it's
sir.
awesome. Remember that you can always follow the show on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can also go to overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com, and that will be our blog page where you can find out links to everything we talk about. You can also go over to frozenfoxmedia.com, and you can figure out what's going on the network, podcasts, game news, and more. And if you're watching the video version on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Let us know how you like the show. And if you're listening to the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, if you love the show, let us know by leaving us a review and subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. So, there we go. Formalities out of the way.
Out of the way. All right. Big reveal. What have we been up to this week? Frosty?
It's a new year. It's a new cold winter. A new semester starts next week. My final semester of law school, by the way. One more. Only 4 classes remain to be knocked down.
Can't wait, man.
It is it's I don't know. I'm trying to remember back what it was like when I was an undergrad, and I'm like, you know what? I feel kind of the same way. I'm like, I want to get it done. If I could just like accelerate through this and finish, I'd be more than happy. So, but it's okay. I only have class like twice. I have all my classes lined up on 2 days a week. So
nice.
3 days a week, I'm completely free, other than if I have to do any like extra studying. So I'm like, yes.
Overwatch.
I know, right?
I mean, studying. Yeah.
Overwatch streams and everything else. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and just playing more games. I finally threw the Division in, which I have been completely. I like the game, even though the gunplay is kind of horrible in it. So that's kind of frustrating because it's like, 10 headshots and the guy's still alive. You know, like, how is this possible? So that's kind of annoying, and the fact that like every time I launch the game, it's like Ubisoft servers like they break, and I have to do this fix where the only fix I found online to fix it, or I have to like reinstall the game from scratch, is like I have to go on the Ubisoft website, unlink my PlayStation account, relink it, and then restart my PlayStation.
This game sounds fantastic.
So I don't know how long that's going to last, because like I'll go and boot up the game and I'm like, sweet, I'm going to play, and then it's like, oh yeah, I got to do this. I'm like, are you kidding?
Awful.
Are you kidding me? You know. But the game is cool. It looks good. It's fun to play. I don't know.
That's cool.
So I'll see how long I survive, playing this game. But
Yeah.
other than that, like I'm pretty much caught up. Other than that, in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I've never finished that game. So.
Oh, nice.
But heading into the new semester, I'm ready to go. I don't have a backlog of games. Lots of releases coming up in February and March, and then they'll just go on the back burner for a while, probably.
Yep.
So, Ova is gone this week.
Oh.
Presumed snowed in, internet dead.
Snowed in.
And so that means, what have you been up to, Sawfty?
All right, this week we up in the cold white north, especially cold when your furnace isn't running.
Very.
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch competitive, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But there may or may not have been some Warcraft happening. So I made it almost a full 5 days.
So this is a few weeks ago. There was the big reveal of no more Warcraft, and then
Yep. And then I was watching an episode of Ponecast with Belle and Jimma and Secret, and I started craving it again. And what I realized is that, yes, I'd canceled, but I had actually just paid my sub. And so I talked to my wife about it. She's like, well, you have all the time. You might as well play it. And so then I fell in love again, and I did a whole bunch of grinding on my artifact weapon to get my artifact knowledge to 25 and my artifact power to 35. So I'm pretty much done there. Just, as we go, I'll keep filling up the artifact power for the rest of them. But I'm mostly raid ready, which is nice because I got invited to raid with those awesome guys over there, the Riders of Rohan. And then on New Year's, we had a family New Year's party from our friends, excuse me, not family. But when I got back, Belle from the podcast had sent a link to a Red as Rohan New Year's party where they had everybody's picture on the screen. It was like Zoom, I think it is.
Okay.
And I got back here about 10:30, and I think like around 3:30 I finally logged off. It was a blast. We play games where like you had to drink the alcohol in war or Warcraft, and then fly up in the air and then try to like zoom over a pool and aim. Oh my God, they're just hilarious.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolute blast. Had so much fun with Belle and all those guys. So yeah, that kind of got me back in the Warcraft spirit, and so now here I am.
There you go.
Whatever. I'm still playing a lot of Overwatch, a lot more than I was previously. Thanks a lot to Wicked Della over at the Overplayed cast for commenting every morning when she sees me online. Oh, look, you're actually playing Overwatch. I didn't know you played Overwatch.
You're like, I'm only on a podcast about it. So
yeah, I know, right?
Got to keep up with the times, right? Keep up my my facade.
Exactly. So I did quite a bit of competitive this week, and I actually stepped away from the arcade and really focused on competitive, and then kind of went with Wicked's plan, which is warming up with quick play and trying to get in that good mood and going into competitive. So yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then in a tribute to somebody, I don't need a name here, we rolled the druid as a Worgen. Named him Sawfty, and whatever Worgen's Hollow podcast, whoever runs that, hopefully he's happy with that.
Yes, I think they are. I saw the tweet.
Good,
so
good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I saw a tweet too. Imagine that.
Nice.
But that's about it for me all week.
Well, how about we jump into this week's topics? And as always, let's go up some updates with Season 3. How have things been going? Mine is stagnated for now. But I know you've been playing some, so how has it been going? Are you climbing? Are you falling down the ladder? Is it broken?
Climbing. Definitely climbing. I kind of stepped away when I was really unhappy with a lot of the new influx of players. And I don't mean unhappy with the new players coming in. I mean unhappy with the experiences I was having. Mm-hmm. I know some friends of mine had commented today that they were having some of those experiences, which really sucks. I'm really happy I didn't, but I know people are still having those problems. So I apologize if that kind of stuff is happening with people that are brand new in competitive and really don't understand how to play that type of game yet. But for me, I actually jumped into a game, and right off the bat, one of the guys started shot calling. And when he did that, I kind of had this trigger of like, oh God, here we go again. But 3 or 4 seconds in, I realized he knew what he was talking about. So I think we did 4 or 5 games together, and we won all of them.
Nice.
And I finally had to go because my wife had just got back from work, and I was like, I hate leaving this because this is a lot of fun, but I was like, I'm done. So I decided to be done for the rest of the night. I had climbed quite a bit.
Retiring on top.
Yeah, retiring on top. And right before the show, I decided to pop back in, and well, as I told the Frostee here, I had 3 gold and 3 gold, play of the game, and I didn't even get a card. And I wanted to throw my computer through the window.
Yeah, that system, man, it knows how to get you.
It just drives me nuts. So we had 2 extremely close rounds. The other team ended up winning, and we were on the point, like fighting to the last. It was a lot of fun. So even though we didn't win, it was still a lot of fun. But I'm really starting to enjoy Season 3, and I'm really just hoping some of those negative experiences don't pop up as much as they had been in the past.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the toxicity kind of calms down and remains isolated in some corner of Overwatch that we don't see.
Well, shout out to Wicked. She's the one that had to deal with it today. I kind of feel bad, but I'm really happy it wasn't me, to be quite honest.
There you go. So Oasis came out. It's real now. Everybody can get out there and play it on live.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is very beautiful, and it's the highway is dangerous, so look both ways before you cross.
Especially for a Winston.
And what do you think about the new map overall? That's live. I know we've played it probably in the PTR a few times, of course.
Oh yeah, yep. I love it. One of my favorite things to play is Hanzo because of
Uh-huh.
the climbing and getting up in there, and there's so much to explore. I watched it was Wikidella with her Lucio climb all the way up the giant tower, going back and forth. I mean, it was so cool. But there's so much to explore. So obviously that's really fun. But I actually really like how the map is built. It's an open map, but
Hmm.
there's so much around that's closed in that like there's certain maps like maybe a Symmetra just doesn't make sense, or what I mean, certain maps that are too open or too closed for certain characters.
Yep.
It feels like it really incorporates everybody. Like anybody could have a place there.
Hmm.
Lucio's obviously good because booping into cars is really fun. um, but I really like the map design. I think it's one of the better designs that they've had so far. I I every time I get that, I'm really excited. Like it's a big deal. Like, oh man, all right, we're going there again. So yeah, I'm all in on that map. How about you?
I really have loved it. I think it's like, I don't know which wing of it's called, but there's the one where the hole in the middle where the capture point
Yeah.
is,
Yep.
and like one of the things that's kind of unique about that one is it's so big. It's kind of like on Ilios, the one area where it's like kind of in the pit, where there's like a
Yeah.
really really big capture area with lots of
Yep.
entry points, and it makes it for some challenging times where people come in from every angle and contest, and if you find yourself
Yep.
overwhelmed, it can go pretty badly, or you can get
Yeah.
knocked into the middle, and they just dump you
Yeah.
underneath.
It reminds me a lot of Nepal too,
Hmm.
where you have the central capture point where people can literally come from above, from behind you, from in front of you. I mean, it's crazy, but I think that's really cool too because it lets a lot of different heroes incorporate their abilities.
Hmm.
In the ones you can kind of lock down, there are times where like if the defense can stop that first push, you're not getting in. I think those
Yep.
maps are so open, you get so many changes. It's a lot of fun.
I had the same way, like you said, it incorporates a lot of people. And in
Hmm.
one of the matches I played just today, I don't remember who it was. It was like we had like a Junkrat and Symmetra and everybody, and this person was like in chat, and they're like, "Yeah, great hero picks, guys." And we went and we raffle stomped the other team, 99 to 100 to 0 every time. And of course, like they just immediately left the game, and it was just like
Yeah, yeah.
it worked. It worked beautifully. So
Yeah,
it
what
was
does
like
it matter if it works?
we had
Yeah.
like Symmetra, Junkrat, Hanzo, and Hanzo just went up like on the perch in like that middle area, the big one,
Yep.
and he
I
just like
love
shot
Hanzo
people
on
the
that
whole
map.
time up there. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so yeah, the if you're interested about hitching your ride on cars, we were trying to do some tests the other day. You can go check out the YouTube channel Defend the House, who does the game
Yep.
myths, and they did a recent like mini myth video about what protected abilities heroes can get in the game that you can actually get hit by the cars still. So such as like May will not get killed if she's in her ice block form and
Right.
things like that. So there you go. So let's talk about the PTR.
Yep.
So big changes coming to the public test realm.
Yeah.
I call it the public test
Yeah.
realm. Everybody's been calling it the public test region lately, but I don't know.
No,
PTR
it's
from WoW
public test
sticks.
It's always been that. Come on.
So the emote wheel is now big, and you can equip
Yep.
4 emotes, sprays, and voice lines from the hero gallery into your emote wheel now.
Yep.
And then now there's like a voice line and emote submenus
Mhm.
that you can use with the left and right mouse buttons.
Yeah, you're gonna be spending so much time looking for something deep in there that I'm gonna be headshotting you. I read that. I'm like, you really have the time to be going through that? It just seems so ridiculous.
Yeah, there's like menus and submenus. Like okay, enough is enough. Just
Yeah.
just
yeah.
bind, because you can bind them to unique buttons. So
Yeah.
just do that. It's much easier. If you want to salute somebody after you kill them or knock them off the side, that's the way
Yeah.
to do it. Just bind it. It's a lot easier. But if you want to use the wheel, go for it. But that's a lot of time you're going to be spent, even if you know the location. Like in some situations, that's going to be like a second, half a second
Yeah.
that you're going to be in the wheel.
If you're looking to play and you're like competitive, it is fine to do that stuff before the point opens and you can actually leave your starting zone. But don't be working on your emotes and sprays while you're in the middle of the game.
Just so you can get that play of the game replay, so you can post it on
Yeah.
on Twitter. And
Oh boy.
so let's talk about hero balance.
Yeah,
Ana,
let's do it. There's big changes. Big changes.
biotic grenade healing boost on
Ugh.
allies is decreased by 50%.
This is going to
The Nerf bat.
yeah, it's going to completely change competitive right now. A lot of competitive that you see is 3 tanks and Ana and then 2 DPS, and that's because Ana can heal 3 tanks by herself.
Yep.
Unfortunately or fortunately, that's about to change big time because Ana's going to do a lot less healing, about 50% less. And that's going to change how those comps go. So we'll probably have a lot more 2-2-2 comps, 2 healer, 2 DPS, 2 tank, like we had in the past.
Back to the
so that's
2-2-2.
I know, I love the 2-2-2, but yeah, that's actually a pretty big change.
I think it's pretty good because with like a bunch of tanks, it was almost too easy. And just like the developer said, the healing boost from Ana's biotic grenade was providing too much healing, especially when used on targets with large health pools.
Yeah, no crap.
No joke.
It changed the format of competitive. It's probably not doing something right.
Exactly.
Yeah, too much.
And the Nerf bat kept swinging. Diva got changed.
This is the one that really bothers me. Just because I love to play Diva.
So health was increased from 200 to 400, but armor was decreased from 400 to 200.
Yep, so it's 600 either way you swing it. You have to go through 600 basically.
Yeah, either way. And then the fusion cannons, bullet damage decreased from 3 to 2. So that, and the number of projectiles, bullets per shot was increased from 8 to 11. So it's kind of like,
right. It's not a
Who knows?
huge nerf at all. It's some tuning. We see this in Warcraft all the time.
Yeah.
They'll take something down and put something up, and they do that across the board. I know that there was this feeling like because Diva has had so much armor, she felt like totally impenetrable. And you have that sometimes, like if you're a Widowmaker or whatever, and you get that Diva right in the head, and it tick.
Yep.
it's really, it does not feel good. So it's probably a good move. I had a lot of play with Diva today, and there were several times where I just became a turret because the armor was good enough, and you're firing so much. So probably a good change, or just it looks like they're more fudging the numbers than anything else.
Yeah, it's definitely not a big slide. You know, kind of like the Ana was a huge nerf, I think. But I think it was like a needed nerf, and Diva was kind of like we're tweaking the numbers kind of thing.
Exactly.
And then there was the big fix. The fix is in Roadhog.
You must be talking about Roadhog.
Yeah. Chain hook. Here we go. Targets are now pulled directly in front of Roadhog rather than straight to him, except in cases where Roadhog drastically rotates. So what was going on is people would hook, spin a 180, and drop somebody off a cliff.
Yep.
And it looks like it's working fine on the PTR now. So hopefully you won't be any of those like cheap deaths where it's like hook, Roadhog waves goodbye to you, and you fall off a cliff. If you're Mercy, you just get blown away most of the time anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But if you're like Reinhardt...
There was that one game, though. There was that one game. Mercy took her revenge on Roadhog.
That's true. Hooked targets are now released if they leave Roadhog's line of sight before being pulled, which is great.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
And then line of sight checks, which detect if a target should be initially hit by the hook in the first place, are now done from Roadhog's position rather than the hook's position. Which is great because no more hooking
people through walls or all sorts of stuff.
The blind hook, you know, because
he became like Scorpion. It just went through anything and pulled them. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. But ththese all sound like really solid fixes.
Yeah, it's before basically he had like a laser guided hook that he could just put around a corner, and they kind of just made it a regular hook again. So there's that, and then Sombra got changed. The time it takes to hack a target has been decreased from 1 second to 0.8 seconds.
0.8, that 0.2 seconds, baby.
Man, yeah, for sure, right?
Well, I've played a lot of Sombra, and there are definitely times where you get so close to hacking someone before you can, get away, and you get blown away. So I actually think that sounds like a really close guess for where that should be. Because there's those times where you have to get a certain distance to them, you hack, and then it just kind of takes a little too long to be able to get away too. Also, every Sombra that snuck up on me and headshot me and then ran away, I hate you. So this sounds like a good fix to me.
Yeah, and
I like this.
It's definitely along with what the developers want to say. They wanted to make sure that, like, because Sombra is meant to surprise people,
Yeah.
and they want to make sure that, like, you have a little bit of time to actually surprise them without them being like, oh, this is easy to react to, and I'm just going to kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and if that doesn't work, just I would expect to see it go down by like another 0.2 of a second, in like a few weeks.
And you know what? I don't think it'll need to. I think that's going to be right about there.
And then now you can also know if you're not the only one who wants to stay as team. If anyone else clicks the button, it will light up.
Yeah, it already does that. I don't know what that means. Mine always shows when somebody else clicks the button. It turns from yellow to green.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe it wasn't happening all the time or something.
It must not. I've never seen that happen. I use that a lot because I prefer if you find a good group, you stay with the group. But anytime anybody hits it, I get a message, this person wants to stay as team, and the thing goes from yellow to green. And then I click that sucker as fast as possible.
For sure. And then the kill feed hero ability icons are now displayed. So we're getting it's starting to feel like Counter-Strike, where you could like see what weapon killed who. Ultimate abilities are indicated with an orange arrow. And headshot eliminations have a red icon.
That's cool. I like that.
And then I was just trying to see if there's anything else that there was anything like that was even like worthwhile. There was just some like minor fixes to emotes and skins and things like that. There was a bug that allowed spectators to click stay as team after a game ended. So they fixed that and got rid of things like that. And then they fixed some bugs that allowed Widowmaker and Sombra to get to places where they didn't want you to on Eichenwald, Echo Point, Antarctica, Dorado, and Gibraltar, respectively. And
one of the big fixes that I saw was the Zenyatta fix. So if you have a Nutcracker Zenyatta and you could communicate to your team, there were for quite a while there you could pop your ultimate, which is the Transcendence. And the other team would have no idea.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do anything. It just, I don't know why that was, but it just didn't do anything. And so I'm pretty sure that's getting fixed this time as well.
Yep. And that's it for the PTR, so go and check it out. Or just wait for it to go live, which I would assume be like next week.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Terry Crews.
Ooh,
So we mentioned
Terry.
him, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And, okay, so Terry has been tweeting a lot.
Yes.
And it's ending up in a lot of news stories now. So Terry really, really wants to be Doomfist.
Yes, he does. Which is fantastic. I think that is so awesome.
And not only does he want to be Doomfist, Terry Crews, of course, we know he visited Blizzard. Okay, this is I'm going to go out in left field and just speculate here that he already is going to be Doomfist.
Of course he is. He has to be now.
And that this is just like a kind of a publicity thing of them being like, hey, who wants me to be Doomfist? And then they're going to be like, Blizzard's going to be like, oh, he was Doomfist all along.
Well, we know The Rock wants him to be Doomfist. He said so in his tweet. And I think about every single Overwatcher wanted him to be as well. I mean, it was the amount of likes and retweets on those posts were incredible. Obviously, probably were some non-Overwatchers as well who didn't know exactly who Doomfist was. But yeah, that was awesome, man. I really hope that's what he's going to do because he's just perfect for that.
Exactly. And we can link the tweet where he says, here's where you can go and see what it would sound like if I played Doomfist. I'm like, this is when things are flashing in my mind. Like, he already is Doomfist.
Yeah,
he has already been recorded. It's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's locked in. So
if they have a clip, there's a good chance.
Only time will tell, kind of thing. So we shall see. All right, so there's that. And we wanted to do our community cards of the week. We talked about our new segments. This week we're going to do the community cards. These are some things that we've found in the community that we thought were interesting or funny or whatever it might be, just kind of little tidbits, not really news things, but things that made us laugh or just stuck out for the week. So I'm going to start out with something that's kind of gone viral, and not only in the Overwatch community, but kind of just completely internet viral is the way that Wendy's Twitter account has been acting lately.
I guess I don't know about this.
They have been tweeting hilarious responses to tweets for days now, instead of just the normal, "Oh, we're sorry about your order. Can you please DM us?" Which you would normally see. One of the things that was asked to the Twitter account was by somebody named Sir Dopey, and they said at Wendy's, what they just said Overwatch main ? And Wendy's replied, "Diva." To which Overwatch replied with a GIF of Diva, and then Wendy's said, "Nerf this."
That is awesome.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome, and some a lot of people that one got a lot of response, of course.
Sure.
And so that was pretty funny. So now we know that Wendy's would play Diva if they were in the game, and we are off to the races.
Maybe they already are.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Next time you see a Diva in the game, you never know. It might be Wendy's themselves.
It just might be.
So did anything stick out to you in the community this week?
Yes, the Overwatch Cavalry. It's at Overwatch Caval on Twitter. Always likes to post all sorts of fun plays of the games and things like that. And the one that stuck out to me this week was the
set the stage here.
Okay, so we are in our new map, and we are. What is that point called? It's a center point.
Oh man, I don't even remember what it's called.
Oh, I can't remember. It's the Oasis center point.
Wickedella will correct us after this.
Yeah,
episode.
Wickedella will. But this one is the vault where it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And so a Bastion has just ulted, and they pull up onto that, and it throws them up and down like this. And he's ulting one at a time, sniping people with his cannon, going up and down, and wipes their team.
Nice.
I thought that was absolutely fantastic. You can see that one in the video. They had all sorts of them. Another fantastic one was Reinhardt charging into a Winston in the middle of Oasis, which threw the Winston into the car area where Winston got hit by a car and knocked off the edge. That one was pretty good too. Watch out, Winston.
Beautiful.
But yeah, it's at Overwatch Caval, Caval. They post some really funny replays. I definitely recommend checking them out.
Sweet. There we go. So there's our community cards of the week. We'll go ahead and do our little voting on those, right? Ove will have to be our tiebreaker once he sees it, I guess.
Oh, there you go.
Since he couldn't submit one this week.
He passed.
He passed, yeah. And then finally, we talked about the things that we're doing new. A lot of you have started to sign up for the Discord server, so go and check it out. You can head over to our blog page at overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com, and the widget is there. There's also a link that just says connect on Discord. I think the tweet is pinned also with a permalink.
Yes.
So come and join us. We'll promote you to hero, and you can have the orange by your name and group up with us. If you see us in there, you can come play with us and just hang out and chat. And we'll probably ask some questions for you, to talk about the show on there. So
for sure.
come be part of the community there. As part of Discord, we have a contest. And Sawfty, what are we going to be giving away? Possibly, I heard.
Someone got an excellent Christmas present, and I love this Christmas present. It is a Widowmaker Funko Pop, and it looks like my Widowmaker Funko Pop. So I decided, what better place to give this away than right here on Overcast.
There we go.
If you go to our Discord in the notes, log on, join the Discord, and tell us, who's your favorite Overwatch personality? Is it Frostee?
Could it be me?
Could it be you? No. Could it be Ova? He passed. Or
yeah.
So you just tell us, and it doesn't matter who you say, you'll be entered to win.
Just say that Sawfty is, and you'll get double chances. But that's not true. But we will do a random draw of whoever answers that. So go and check it out on our Discord. Leave your messages there, and we'll do the random drawing next week on the show, and then we'll get it to you. So
Absolutely.
Be
Seriously,
excited.
just come say hello, talk to us. We love talking to you guys. Everybody's already joined us. It's already been a lot of fun talking to people about their experiences in Overwatch.
It definitely has.
Mm-hmm.
And we did get an Ask Overcast of the week. This is
Yes!
maybe not really a question like as much as something that like somebody had a suggestion for us.
Ooh,
So
I like it.
so our friend Jake on Twitter, he said,
Yep.
could you add a new segment called something such as Meet the Meta or the like, and cover recent trends in gameplay or strategy or something like that? And I think we've talked about something like this before.
Meet the meta. I like it. Let's do it.
like a record there. So
Yes, you know what? That's actually what we were just talking about with this Ana nerf. That is definitely something we could put into a segment like that, because that is going to completely change the way the meta is working in competitive right now. I like that idea, Jake. I think that's brilliant. Frosty.
I like it too. So we will.
Ova? Oh, he passed. Okay.
He accepted.
We like it.
His silence is a
Oh,
yes.
he accepted. Sweet.
Oh, so we will discuss it more. It was kind of like something we'd kind of talked about in some ways, and we were trying to form it. And so if the fans want it, the fans can get it. So
Fans want it. Fans get it.
yeah, that's how it works in the entertainment industry, right? So look for some stuff like that here in the future, probably. And that's all we had for Ask Overcast for the week. So if you have any questions, you can always tweet directly at the show or any of us. You can ask on our Discord, or you can just use the hashtag AskOvercast on Twitter, and we'll answer your question on the show.
Questions, comments, suggestions.
Yes.
You bring it.
Insults, probably.
Insults, even better.
Bring it. It's like bring it, right?
Yep.
And do we have any shout-outs for the week?
Yes, I want to give a shout out. I've only said her name about 15,000 times so far this show. Wickedella, thank you so much for playing with me all week. Every morning that I'm on, you're on. Squinty, I didn't get to play with you as much this week because we just weren't on at the same time. But Wicked, thank you for putting up with me in competitive and for always helping me try to play Symmetra better.
And if I'm not mistaken, they're doing a pro boot camp on the 13th, right?
Yes, they are.
That
is, I believe that is the last I heard. So if you guys didn't get a chance to take part of that, go ahead and check them out. They are the Overplayed podcast. They also have a Discord. Hop into that Discord. We can provide a link in the show notes, and they will kind of walk you through tips and tricks how to play.
There you go. So, and if I'm not mistaken, she tweeted out that if she can find an awesome co-host to be with her, she's still looking for a co-host for the show. So
you could have your very own Overwatch podcast spot.
There you go.
It's pretty prestigious, let me tell you.
Though you gotta impress Wickedella, which
that's true. Yeah, good luck with that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the comments and suggestions and shout-outs and everything, and for being involved with the community. Keep up being awesome on Discord and here on Twitter as well. Yes. And let's just end with where people can find us on Twitter. Sawfty, where can people find you?
People can find me at Sawfty76 on Twitter or in the Overcast Discord.
There you go. You can find me at Frosty Fox everywhere else, and you can find the show at Overcast Show. You can find our blog page at overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com, or you can just go to frozenfoxmedia.com itself. Check out all the awesome shows that we have. We are up to 6 podcasts on the network, including the new Realm Maintenance and Rolling Restart podcasts, which were recently added to the network.
Which both are fantastic. I did get to listen to those. Those were very good.
Yep, they are both great. So look for more content, especially Rolling Restart as it gets going. So it's an awesome WoW podcast. And then also, remember, you can go, if you're watching the video version of this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think about it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos in the future. And if you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, love the show, let us know by leaving us a review, and subscribe so you don't miss any other episodes of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. Thank you for joining for the 65th episode of the show. So great to have you there. We're getting there. We're almost to 75.
We are getting there.
And that means this year we'll hit 100, probably. So.
Heck yeah.
So that's pretty great. So everyone out there, again, thank you very much. I am Frosty.
I'm Sawfty.
We'll see you next time.